Welcome to the Yokoy Academy. In this video, you will learn how to create a mileage claim in the Yokoy web app. In many countries, mileage incurred using personal or corporate vehicles is a valid business expense. If your company policy permits it, you can be reimbursed for your mileage costs by creating mileage expenses in Yokoy. To open a new mileage claim form, click on the car icon in the My Tasks menu at the top of the screen or on the left of the navigation bar. You now need to enter and validate all the mileage expense information in the relevant fields. The options available to you will depend on your company's configuration and applicable policies, so what you see may differ slightly from what you see in this video. All fields marked with an asterisk are mandatory, and if left blank, you will not be able to submit the expense. Instead, an error message will appear and the missing required fields will be highlighted in red. If you click outside the form, all your changes will be lost and you will have to start again. The first field to fill in is the business purpose or description. Make it clear what this mileage expense is for. Next, select the applicable mileage rate to be used for the calculation. Yokoy pre-selects the most appropriate mileage rate. Then, enter the locations from which you will be departing and to which you will be arriving. To achieve greater precision in the automatic mileage calculation, enter exact addresses rather than approximate locations like just Cologne City. Click on Calculate Distance. Yokoy will then calculate the distance traveled and assign the corresponding rate per kilometer or mile, providing you with the total amount to be expensed for the one-way journey. Depending on your company policy, either a single rate applies to every kilometer driven or different rates apply to set kilometer intervals. For example, 30 cents per kilometer for the first 500 kilometers and 20 cents per kilometer thereafter. Change the mileage rate if necessary. The reclaimable amount will be updated automatically. The route used to calculate the distance is shown on the map. You can simulate a return journey by selecting the round-trip double distance checkbox, which simply doubles the calculated distance between the start and end locations, as well as the reimbursable amount. Yokoy uses the Google Maps Directions API to calculate mileage, taking the most efficient route. However, there may be slight variations in the calculated distance due to factors such as the exact or approximate address, traffic en route, and route complexity. If you took a different route, please amend the distance figure yourself. Note that a Google Maps threshold warning may appear at the top of the expense to inform you if you are exceeding your company's permitted distance change limit. If this happens, you can either adjust the expense or submit it as it is, but you may not be reimbursed in full. These notifications can also be seen by manager and finance users. Next, check the expense date. The current date is always listed in the field by default, so please make sure to adjust it if your journey did not occur on that day. Select the tax rate and gross amount for countries from which your company can reclaim VAT. Alternatively, a finance user can take care of this. In the Cost Object section, you can adjust the pre-selected cost object or add additional ones and decide how and where the expense amount should be split and allocated. Add company-specific tags to provide more information to your expense. Leave a comment in the expense history if your mileage expense displays a warning because you altered the calculated distance or wish to provide additional information about the purpose of the journey. Add up to 3 supporting documents of up to 5 megabytes each to back up your claim for possible reimbursement. Only images and PDF files are permitted, unless your company also supports XML files. Once you have filled in all the required information, you will be given the following options for how to proceed. Click Save if you want to save the expense and return to it later. Once you have saved and opened it again, you will also have the option to delete the entire expense. Click Submit if you want to submit the expense. After clicking Submit, your expense will disappear from the My Tasks menu because it will no longer be an open task. You can view your submitted expenses in the Submitter Single Expenses tab. Here, you can track them through the approval process and recall them to make adjustments. Now, you can successfully create and submit mileage claims in the Yokoy web app. Thanks for watching and have fun exploring Yokoy.